I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. Stun if you want and your ass to get rolled on. My flow been hot for so long. Thinking I'ma fucking fall off, you're so wrong. Patiently waiting for a track to explode on. I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. I've been patiently waiting for Kyle Kulinski to make the Tim Walz, Minnesota Learning Center video. I've been patiently waiting for Kyle Kulinski to admit that another candidate of his that he supports, that he likes, that he has claimed was the best governor in the world, in the state, in the nation. I was patiently waiting for this man to react to what happened. I've been patiently waiting for this man right here, Kyle Kulinski, to react to the devastating news that Tim Walz, governor, former vice president candidate, was ashamed of what happened to his state in Minnesota, was ashamed of the fraud that has happened under his watch. So much so that he dropped out of the governor's race. And he's the current incumbent. And he was running for a third term just a couple months ago. Now you're dropping out. I wanted Kyle Kulinski to step up to the plate and be ashamed of who he is, who he was, who he supported. Tampon wearing, freaky jazz hands throwing, piece of shit trash bag Tim Walz. I've been patiently waiting, Kyle, and it hasn't come up yet. So I'm going to do it for you, Kyle. I'm going to talk about Tim Walz. Tim Walz, who you supported, who you defended against Joe Rogan when Joe Rogan called him a cocksucker. And he is. He loves the cock. Tampon wearing, wanting to insert tampons in men's bathrooms and also men's rectums. You defended this. You supported this. And you still defending it to this day. Let's read Kyle Kulinski's. Whoa. Let's read Kyle Kulinski's current take. Because we haven't really heard anything from him because he's been afraid to speak about Tim Walz and this whole situation. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. I hate that Tim Walz isn't running for re-election. The pathetic little lying weasel Nick Shirley was exposed as a cunt con man. Dropping out now makes it look like they were right when they absolutely weren't. Tim Walz also delivered free school lunch, free school breakfast, 12 weeks paid family leave and sick leave, free college, and more. And he deserves his flowers. Well, here's his flowers, Kyle. Under Tim Walz's direction, Minnesota has allowed billions of tax dollars to go to Somali families who claim to be daycares and they didn't have kids in them. So he wasted millions, probably billions of dollars because of that. That alone defeats everything you just said. Because he was giving out free lunches to Somalian kids, free school breakfast to Somalians, 12 weeks paid family leave and sick leave. They didn't need leave. They didn't have jobs. They was just getting paid because of Tim Walz and his progressive movement. And that leads me to another thing, Kyle. Everybody who you defend, everybody that you champion seem to be pieces of shit. So therefore, because they're pieces of shit, that makes you a piece of shit. Kyle Kulinski, I've been saying this for years. You've been a piece of shit for years. You are a piece of shit for years. You have failed to be held accountable for anything that you do. Anything that the candidates that you support do. Everything you touch fails. Your marriage is failing. You a step baby daddy to 10 different kids by 3 different men by a woman who was... She has a fake Bitcoin scheme, crypto scheme too. Crystal Ball is an idiot. And you're married to her. And you the step baby daddy to a bunch of those kids. And guess what? Because they're not Somalian, if Tim Walz saw them, he would say they were white racist as well. Researching fraud, investigating fraud somehow is racist. The progressive movement continues to fail. And Kyle Kulinski, Kyle, it's partly your fault, sir. You champion these people. You promote these people. You allow these people to go along with the bullshit, and you defend the bullshit. You need to be held accountable. Your fans are idiots. You're an idiot. Everybody that you champion is an idiot. Most of the Democrats are idiots. Jasmine Crockett doesn't even have a job anymore. Tim Walz just fell out. What's next? AOC? Bernie Sanders? Who? You have nobody. 2028 is going to be a devastating time. Who do you have? Gavin Newsom? Who do you have? What leadership do you have in the Democratic Party? Do not tell me, Kamala. Don't. That's not going to go well. Her running mate is about to go to jail. He dropped out of a governor's race, and he's the current governor. He needs to resign in shame. And Kyle, you need to hang your head and realize that you don't know anything about politics. Politics is not your forte. Just continue to be the step baby daddy to all of those goddamn kids Crystal Ball pushed out that dry ass for JJ. And remember something else, Kyle. You brought this on yourself. You remember the dancing you was doing? Remember the woke is back and all this other bullshit? You had that cigar that you didn't know how to light in your mouth? Well, take that cigar out and put the tampon back in, Kyle. Because it's over. His career's over. Your career never started. And this is really nothing you can do about it, Kyle. I'm awaiting your answer to the Tim Walz debacle. I'm awaiting the video. I'll be the first to comment. I look forward to it, Kyle. You're still hungry. You're still stupid. You and Tim Walz and all of the tampons are pathetic. You're very pathetic. Very. This video is brought to you in part by the recession-proof debt-free formula. If you are in debt, go get that book, Amazon.com. Ebook version $3.99. Paperback version $9.99. Link is in the description. Let's get to it, baby.